I have 48 hours to make a game from scratch, and that's why the GMTK Game Jam 2022 just happened, and of course I had to participate. But before we continue, subscribe and leave a comment on how bad the game will turn out. So, a game jam is an event where game devs from all over the world meet together in order to make a small game, and this in a limited amount of time. Yeah, that's cool and all, but you could easily cheat by making a game even before the jam. Yeah, dumbass, but in order to prevent that, there's a special given theme, and this year's is
Roll of the Dice.
Knowing this, I think it is time to do some brainstorming.
Welcome to unrealization. We can prepare to kill the operation. It ain't fair, but I feel like we the nation.
This time, I found the topic really difficult compared to the last year's team. Join together, we'll find endless ideas. I mean, like, I've been thinking about a proper game idea for more than 2 hours now, and the only thing that I was coming up with was a multiplayer board game and the puzzle game where you try to escape from a rotating die. But both of them are not doable in 2 days, not only because making multiplayer is complex, and last time I did multiplayer, well, didn't turn out that great. Yeah, I don't know what I'm even doing here. Amazing. I'm really sorry for the horrible audio experience, but back to the topic. Doing a puzzle game with this mechanic is hard, I mean especially creating the levels for it. So I had to do something different. I'm back with a new idea, and it is to make a small game where you have to survive as long as possible on a small platform with dangerous traps on it. And in order to also add the dice mechanic, I decided to add 2 of them. The first one is deciding how much steps you can make when you later say in what direction you want to go, and the second dice decides what trap to activate. After some time I got a very bad prototype running with an okayish grid-based player movement system which works by rolling a dice. I mean, it's like not really rolling, it's more of like calling Unity's random function and getting a random number ranging from 1 to 3 and then using it to say how much moves we can make, and that's it. And now, by clicking on the light blue squares, we are able to move in the direction we want while decreasing our moves counter. And that's all I did on the first day. So have a good night. After waking up in the morning, I started to search for some inspiration for the art, and after a while I decided to try out something new. I decided to do some clean and isometric sprites, which I've never done before, so I gave it a try. I started off with a cool color palette I found online, the link is in the description. Then opened up Krita. And here's what I came up with. 4 different types of blocks I've made so far. 1 normal, 3 traps which would be animated inside of Unity. So having the art mostly done, I decided to continue with an isometric grid. As soon as I started, I found out that I have to sort the sprites correctly by what object is before another. So here's a small example by what I mean by that. Let's say we have 2 isometric tiles next to each other, but let's make the second one taller. I think you can see what problem we are getting. So here I came up with a simple solution, just to move the tiles accordingly to their Y position.
Oh my god, it's Albert Einstein! It's Albert Einstein, oh my god!
And that way we have a nice layer sorting system, which is really scalable. Awesome. But you know what's not so awesome? The actual player character. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea how to design one, because I was kind of running out of time, and to do a character with 4 different directions that he's looking and walking to. I mean, art takes a long time, but animations even longer. So you see, I need something simple. I wish I could do something with this ugly shit on the right side. Wabadoo. And the player is a cube now, yeah. If you ask me, that's looking great, and additionally, we got rid of whatever that was. Today is the last day, and we have to submit the project. So let's start off with finishing the traps so that they deal damage when entering on them. Step 1 done. There is only a couple of more left. Next thing, added some animations to everything. The taser and the toxic gas traps are now fully done and playing a correct animation, but doing the spike trap wasn't as easy as expected. Eventually got the layering right after a couple of tries and in use of multiple sprites. So don't tell me, but isn't that just looking beautiful? Oh my god, I can't believe it. So let me know in the comments what you think. The player isn't showing the stage he's in. I mean, we can roll the cube by pressing the space key, but we don't get any feedback on what's happening. So this is actually a really easy fix, and now we are done. I mean, at least for the player side of things. So now we have only 3 hours left to the main menu. I got this pretty fast done, but I mean it's looking like so accordingly. Yeah, and as you might notice, we don't have any sound so far. And I thought that I have enough time to do it later, and for some reason I decided to do a tutorial menu instead of audio.
You dumb piece of shit.
I know, but I never mind. Yeah, and that's the game. After uploading it and making the store page on it, that's officially it. Go play it. I mean, I don't recommend it, but the link is down below, so do what you want. Don't forget to leave a sub, and see you in the next one.